Hey guys, I was gonna share a couple of things with you that I don't know if they're common knowledge or not, but I had never seen people talking about them, and it really helped me out when I was packaging my loofah bars that were made out of melt and pour soap base. What I found was when you're trying to get these loofah bars made out of the melt and pour into the bags, you really run into trouble because the bags want to stick to them, and it's just they start leaving residue on the bag, and that makes it even harder. And I was trying to figure out a way to do it better because it was taking me literally like 2 or 3 minutes to get one of these packaged, and it was just really frustrating. And one day when I was trying to meet a deadline for a show, I was sitting around thinking because I wasn't getting anywhere trying to get this stuff packaged. I had about 100 of them I needed to package, and it was not happening very fast. Anyway, what I found out was that you can just get just a normal sheet of paper. Get a normal sheet of paper, cut it almost at exactly the same width as your loofah bar. These are 3 inch wide. And what I found was that if you just take these and just fold them over to where the sides are covered pretty much, it sticks out just a little bit. You can see it sticking out a bit there and just barely on this side. Then you can take one of your polyolefin bags and it just slides right in. And then you just gently tug that out and boom, you got it. Anyway, I was just going to share that with you guys. I was just going to add to the video that if you're like me and you're trying to get away from these bags, I know a lot of people like to use the polyolefin bags or the PVC bags just because the simplicity of it, and that's why I got them. And they work really well for what they are. And if you get the bags and you want to be able to smell through, you're going to want the polyolefin bag. Polyolefin has little microscopic holes in it, kind of deal, to where you can smell through it. And the PVC doesn't. It's going to be sealed off. Also, the PVC is it reacts more to temperature change. So when you do the PVC and you shrink them, and then you don't sell them immediately, or you go through several temperature changes in storage from hot to cold, they become loose basically, and it's just not good for packaging. The polyolefin, people say that they're not affected by temperature change, but they are a little bit. They're not nearly as bad as PVC. And like I said, polyolefin smell through, PVC's not. So things to consider when you're buying based on what you're doing them for. But for me, for the soap, it makes perfect sense to get the polyolefin. And when you do there'll be different thicknesses, and they're usually, instead of being rated on mils, which is a thickness people normally use, they're doing them on gauge. And for what I've found, 75 gauge is best. Any thicker, and it's pretty hard to smell through unless you got a really potent scent. And any thinner, especially with the loofahs, and when you go to shrink them, it's going to tear. And especially with one, like a rectangle bar or any straight edged bar, it's gonna make a tear on something like that. And anyway, I was just gonna add this in there that you can buy a centerfold on a roll, which is exactly what it sounds like. That you can get a 8 inch all the way up to 30 inches if you wanted, but it's just folded in half. So if you get like a 12-inch half fold, when you have it on the roll, that's exactly what it's 24 inches of sheet folded in half, so it's 12 inches wide. So one end, obviously, where the seam is, where it's folded, is going to be sealed off, and you can just literally raise up the one side and stick all your stuff in there and then seal it against it. And for me, that's what I'm going to go to because it's all about being efficient, and that's just going to save even more time. It's even easier to package anything, basically. And if you've already got the sealer to seal the bags, you've got the sealer to seal the centerfold. But you just have to be careful on which width you get to match to your sealer that you have. But I'll make a video whenever I get my centerfold in and show the advantages of it. And if there's any disadvantages that I find along the way, I'll share those too. And hopefully we can figure some stuff out to make everybody's production, packaging, and profits better, because that's what it's all about. Anyway, I appreciate you guys watching the video, and I'll try to get some more content out to you as quick as I can. I'm severely nervous in these videos, so just bear with me. Thanks.